What's up, NoAdvisory fam? It's your girl Trap Syd here with everybody's favorite Kinfolk Jay. That's right, back in the building. Y'all know we missed him. I missed him. Happy to see you back. But it's not about him. Y'all know today we have a very special guest, the winner of the Life's a Gamble Showcase. Shout out to Roulette, officially Roulette 704 on all platforms. He threw this showcase this past weekend. This shit was dope, and we have the winner right here in the building, Mr. RID. Mr. Ridikulaz himself. But y'all know we got to let him bring himself in the NoAdvisory way. So here at NoAdvisory, we're going to ask you 3 simple questions, okay? Who you are, where you from, and what the fuck you do.
What's up, man? It's Ridikulaz, a.k.a. RID, coming out of Charlotte, man. Best lyricist coming out of the city right about now. And what I do, man, I pretty much make good music, man, and enjoy performing and hopping on stage and putting on a damn good show for y'all.
Okay. So my first question for you is, you just performed at the showcase. First and foremost, what was the energy like when you were on stage, when you were performing? How was the crowd's reaction to your music?
When I perform, like, the vibe is really nice because it just goes in different stages from mystery to a fan. You gain a fan at the end of that, and that's what I enjoy most. I get like a lot of crazy looks and stuff like that, which I expect. And then, you know, by the end, they're not scared of me or nervous around me anymore, and they want to know more and get to know me and follow and listen to some music. So I appreciate it.
Okay, so while you were performing, you performed some singles from your new album, highly anticipated, newly released, The Requiem. So first and foremost, I looked up what the word requiem means because I was not familiar with it. I'm a type person. I look shit up when I don't know.
There you go.
And the definition that I got was like remembrance of somebody.
Yeah.
So I want to know why this title for this album.
So yeah, I chose that just being, like you said, just that definition right there. And in the medieval times, that they would make what they call a requiem, and that would basically be your theme song at your funeral. And so it's basically not to sound morbid or anything, but it's like your sound package, like this is what Syd was, but they wrap it up in music, for example. And then so if anything was to happen to me tomorrow, this is what it was. This is what Ridikulaz sounds like. There was no experimenting. There was no, I just put this shit together. None of that. I was very proud with it, and, you know, and very happy with the outcome and the reception. So, yeah.
So, this album is your second studio album. Your first one, The Villain, you released in 2015.
Right.
Had 13 tracks.
Right.
You came back, this album, 13 tracks.
Right.
I gotta know, is 13 a recurring theme?
No, not at all. Having said that, I actually want to tell y'all that I'm actually going to be releasing a new album. So we're going to have 2 albums in one fucking year. I'm working really hard, and it'll be out November, Thanksgiving Day, and it will be called but it's called Super Villain, and 25 tracks. So we're going past 13. I don't want to feed into the peer pressure of not having a long album or whatever, especially when a lot of people are getting away with damn near 30. So like 25.
That deluxe.
Right. So I'm gonna just really put the hammer down on this shit, and not to say anything about my previous wasn't great, but with Super Villain having 25 tracks, I really just want to just hit them in the face with it every single time. Like it's like you'll get to 13, be like, it's not over yet. You know what I mean? So yeah, 2 albums, 1 year, we're gonna do it.
Yeah. So I gotta be controversial, man. I see you got a thing for the masks.
Yep.
What do you have to say for people that think that performing or using a mask is a way of hiding yourself?
Yeah, no problem. So I get that a lot, actually. Like, you know, you'd be surprised how many people will walk up on me like, what is that mask about? And they'll say it so condescendingly and shit like that. And my answer to that is it's about the music. It's not about what I look like. A lot of people, you know, count on that.
Yeah.
They'll have okay or shitty music, but they're very attractive. And they'll get away with it. And it's just like, you know, It's not about my looks. It's not about none of that. Just listen to the fucking music, man. Don't worry about what I look like. And but I love the growth with it though. Like it was unintentional. It's not like I planned this out for years. It was, what can I do to where the lyrics will stand out? So it's like, don't look at me, So, but it kind of took on a life and fan base of its own. So I just been kind of upgrading them as I've been coming around. So it's like the latest one is, I kind of went up with that one. It was just like the latest mask was just like, people were like, holy shit. So how can you top it?
That shit's hard. Hold that bitch up.
Nah, that shit fire.
So, it couldn't really go with this interview. It's kind of hard to talk on the microphone, but yeah, this is the latest one. Totally programmable LED with my phone and everything. I can customize it however I want. So, so it's like, what? I just have fun with this damn thing. So, but yeah, I love it though. It's gonna be more of that, way more of that soon.
So I want to know, out of all the tracks on the album, was there a song that especially hit home for you?
It would be the hit single Profiling, because it was kind of like sticking my chest out. I've always kind of just been in the shadows, underground, and kind of had this attitude. Like, I mean, you were just saying, Villa was 2015, Requiem's 2021. That was a big hiatus from music, and so when I just finally came out of those shadows, it was like, this is RID. I'm good at it. And have another one on the album called I Don't Need You, touching on mental health. Just basically, I was writing a letter to my depression. So that's what that was. It's me speaking to depression and like, we're about to break up. And full transparency, it's been really good after that. Once you acknowledge shit and heal and get better, and the music's got better, and interactions with everything's gotten better. I wrote that song like 3 years ago, but never had the balls to record it or share it with people. So it was how I was feeling like in 2018, 19, or 17, and it's like you could still kind of get little hints of that now after you heal. But it's like, I'm glad I got that out, and shit has been better after that. Smacked.
I'm looking at this mask for real, bro. Hey, so I'm gonna tell y'all. I was thinking, tell a shorty send you the nudes, and then you could put her. Never mind. So as far as I'm saying, the music and everything, why was that 6-year hiatus, bro? Because that's a long time. And what made you? What was? How did you know that it was a good time to go ahead and let it go? To come back.
The hiatus, it came from depression. It came from just feeling like, okay, maybe this shit may not happen, but what I realized, you look in the mirror, it's like, dude, you didn't work hard. You didn't do anything. You wrote songs and expected to get lucky. You didn't promote yourself. You didn't do none of that. So it's like, people don't owe you a goddamn thing. And so once I got out of that funk, I think it was around like 2019, because I don't know if you guys noticed, like, I tattoo also. And that's my my main gig for over 14 years. And so I opened up my tattoo shop, then COVID killed it. And so now I'm like super sad about that. And so you don't have no choice but to sit down, shit's locked down, and I was like, I'm gonna rap. And I'm gonna rap my ass off. And as a matter of fact, all that money that I compared the two. If I could put thousands of dollars into tattooing, who knows what would happen if I did that with music. Because opening a tattoo shop isn't cheap. So it's like, do that with music. Fuck that. And yeah, shit's been straight after that.
Okay, to go back to what you said about putting in the time.
Yeah.
How much time would you say it took you from the conception stage of the Requiem to actually getting it put out onto all streaming platforms? Literally, you can even go cop a CD to play in your car, because that's what I got. It's on iTunes too. I got that, but CD is a little bit more nostalgic, when you in the car.
Right. I definitely wanted to make those physical copies happen, because we're so caught up in the digital age, and you know, being able to just access things, you know, so quickly on our phone. But it's a different feeling when somebody hands you their album. It's a whole different feeling.
Right.
But to answer your question, the time frame from conception to finished product was about 2 years. And it was like I literally started with nothing. I just sat in front of my computer, in front of Photoshop and Illustrator, and then just made the cover. I was like, all right, so that's what the cover is gonna look like. And then the songs just kept coming over the 2 years. So, and I would say like the last recording session, like wrapping up the album, was when Easy and I did Yams. And then I was like, okay, the album's done. I think it's done. It's ready to package and ready to go. And I think this is coming out in July. So yeah, it was really, really, really fun.
So I'm glad you said Easy, because that reminded me of my question I was going to ask. You only have 2 tracks on your entire album with features.
Right.
Is that also deliberate, or was that just like a look at the Irish?
Yeah, that was very deliberate. I think, you know, and that's more so of a to each his own type thing. I don't knock anybody that got an album full of features. That's what they want to do. They like to work with other people. Right? Me, I kind of wanted it to be. You're gonna be hearing me rap for like 10 tracks straight, and it won't be a feature till the damn near the end. You know what I mean? So, and yeah, that part on this project specifically that I'm talking about, yeah, that was deliberate. Yeah.
So I want to get into the last song on the album. Oh, it's got Big Dog Easy, it's got Infrared, it's got Trusky, it's got Yourself. What was the energy like in the studio when y'all was recording it? Like, I can only imagine.
All right, so
Has to be.
this is how this whole thing came about. I was in my living room writing music, and I was thinking about doing that song by myself. And I got the sounds from my guy, and I was like, man, this shit bumps. It really goes. And I said, I'm gonna do it by myself. But I noticed how the track would keep breaking every like 6 to 8 bars, and I was like, this is like a 4-person song. What could I do with this? And I was like, okay, 704. I've never really been the type to make like some sort of Charlotte anthem or wear a Charlotte Hornets jersey in a video or something. Like, I just got my own look going on. But you know, the city's dope, and so I said, well, I got to figure out some way to represent it. And I said, I'll tell you what, I get somebody from each side of town. And that's how that song would be made. So it's like, I'm the east side, I got a south side verse, a west side verse, north. So, and that's how that went down. But the vibe in the studio, they wanted to do their verse and send it in Gmail style. And I was like, fuck that. Y'all need to pull up on me here. And we're all going to do this together. And we're not going to be all, fucked up off brown. I don't record like that. If you're meeting me on my home court, you're gonna understand how I work, and everybody was really cool with that. I was actually surprised, but that they were so receptive to, like, when I changed course, like, no, I don't want to do that like that. I want everybody to come here to the studio, and everybody was cool. Funny story, Infrared had got one of the sides of town mixed up, and so Easy was sitting right there. And he was rolling up, and I'm just sitting here leaning in, like, what is he gonna do? Because I didn't want to know what his verse sounded like till it was time to record. I wanted to be surprised, and caught off guard. And so the beats start, and Infrared's in the booth, and then he screams "East Side" at the top of his lungs, and then I immediately stood up. And Easy just started cracking up. I immediately stood up, like, cut the goddamn thing off, cut it off. What are you doing? Like, that's not even what we talked about.
I'm the east side with it.
Right. I was like, what? No. Right. So it was like, we gotta. I think there was some miscommunication, but it was funny at the end of the day. Like, it just caught me off guard, and I think everybody realized, like, I'm very serious. It's not like I was like pitching throwing a fit. It was just, that's not gonna happen. It was all just like, it was like, cut it off. And I just looked at it like, what was that? And so, but the song came out perfect. I'm happy how it came out. Infrared, like, had what it, in my opinion, if you want to hear it from the artist, first of all, I would say I had the hardest verse because that's what I'm supposed to say. But I would say after me, Red really got you into it. You know what I'm saying? Because Easy came through smooth. He's doing this big dog thing, and I love that. He'll ease you in, and then Red got you bouncing. So I was like, cool. Like, thank you. I was surprised how calm True was, though, because usually he be hype on his shit, and then he kind of came through, like, just kind of low, but I fuck with him. That's still, it still came out cool. So, no harm, no foul. Yeah.
So, I want to know, are we going to get any visuals from this album?
Yes. You're going to get at least 10 videos out of the 13. And I'm actually about to start. Yeah, I'm going to start. And it's all a part of starting my Queen City Awards campaign because they called me a week ago and was like, we see you out here working all year. I mean, Profiling came out in January. So I've literally just been having a hell of a year this year. And I was like, you need to put your fucking ballot in. Like, because you got a shot at this. So I'm announcing that now. Queen City Award campaign starting. Best new artist. Just vote. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. I feel like I deserve it because nobody's outworked me or none of that. And 2 albums in 1 year, you tell me if anybody else is doing that.
Let me catch that, man. So I got to ask you, bro, you follow sports?
Yeah.
Okay, so you fuck with the sports, right? You remember Mike went hard for like 3 years, or not the 3 years, but he got his 3 rings. Yeah. Then he thought he was done.
Right.
Tried to play baseball, but he came back.
Right.
Then he hung it up for good. When would you hang music up for good, bro? Because you already said like you was doing tattooing, and then you quit that just to invest in yourself because it was bugging you that much. Right. So obviously, this was something that you definitely felt was a priority to you and what you wanted to achieve in life. So when would you say, I've done enough, or and I can hang it up?
Oh man, that's a very good question. I would say, because I think it would be unrealistic of me to say I'll never quit and I would never quit as in hanging the towel, but I would say when I am in a position to where I feel like I've checked all my personal boxes, right, it doesn't mean $1 billion, nothing like that, or a big giant crib. It means I worked with whoever I wanted to work with, who was on my feature bucket list. I've made every song I wanted to make. I've walked every piece of the earth I wanted to walk via music. Then I just go home. It's almost like when Forrest stopped running. And then he just started like, I think I'll go home now. And that'll be it. Like,
that's enough.
All right, I'm going to go home and play Xbox. I appreciate everybody's time.
Sony, man. All y'all on these Xboxes, bro.
I might get the 5, man. Everything's hard to find now. So I might get the 5.
Go ahead and tell the people where they can stream your music at and where they can find you on all social media.
All right, so starting with social media, with Instagram at Ridikulaz, RIDIKULAZ. I'll say that again, RIDIKULAZ. That's with every piece of social media out there spelled the same way. And music, you can start off with Spotify, Amazon Prime. The Requiem is everywhere. iHeartRadio, Sirius. All you got to do is just hit that search tab, type in Ridikulaz, and you got it, man.
Like that. Hey, man, it's been an honor meeting you, bro. I appreciate you pulling up, sliding through with the gang. I definitely look forward to kicking it with you some more. So, in the meantime, hey, everybody, it's been my partner in crime, Trap Syd. Yes, your boy is back, bringing all the flavor. And y'all know my man's Ridikulaz, man. Y'all go check him out on all streaming platforms, everywhere. All right, yo. We out.